You are ready to seize the day, and somebody else is ready to seize the day with you. Oh yes, sweet you. This person has decided my broken heart is mended. I'm ready for love again. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to enhance my body. I'm going to see myself as part of this ecosystem. I'm like with the mushrooms, I'm seeing fungus. I'm just seeing growing and popping up everywhere in beauty and the most smallest of places. You are seeing the authenticity and being yourself. You are seeing how nothing really ever stops. Energy just connects and it transfers to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. You understand that love and hate are the same energy. It's how you use it. You're having aha moments. You're not scared to scream, meaning you're not scared to be heard, your voice. You remember why you're doing what you're doing. You're remembering to stay humble, but still grateful and still knowing you're always deserving of more, but you already have enough. Wow. Wow. So we got some animals that are going to be sent your way for sure. We got some animals and we'll identify what they are that Spirit send you and why. Okay. Now, we're going to go on to my divine tarot. What is this person thinking of you? Flannel. I keep saying flannel. Flannel could be a thing for you. Like maybe your divine or soulmate, that person likes to wear flannel. Maybe you like to wear flannel. I'm seeing also a nerd. Not like nerd, like also, we fucking love nerds. I'm a nerd. I'm seeing somebody who is very expressive and allowed to be themselves and just gives this energy of allowing. Showing people there is no allowance. You should take up as much space. When you're a high vibrational being, when what you're doing is to benefit you and not hurt anybody, take up that fucking space. Wow. So, there's no casting spells. There's nothing else need be except expand and illuminate your life. Tell yourself, open up to this person about yourself. It's hard for you to do that. We're about to give you the meat and potatoes on why it is safe to do that. Well, there was a rage of emotions that just happened while I was channeling this. A rage of emotions. It's not a bad thing, it's a great thing. Okay, so you're very opposite than anybody they've ever experienced. You've like illuminated the fact on that others around them have been followers in more ways than one. Romantic people, absolutely, but more than that, family members, platonic people, individuals that for a long time they had their shields up for when they realized they should have had their shields up to them. You both have experienced an extreme amount of shadow work. You've had ego death, and that it feels like your ego death, your big pivotal ego deaths happened many years and years ago. But in the recent time, you both have been able to go through exponential shadow work. Shadow work is continuously, okay? There does hit a point, where it's like, it's not like how it is in the beginning at all. This person puts people in check as well. Ego deaths for individuals around them, and that has caused people to sway out of their life. And even though they internally knew it was for them, not to them, that these people left in the moment, it was hard to see because they were alone. Because in a room full of people, they were the only one actually following their intuition. And that could feel crazy at first. I'm with all these people, but I'm the only one thinking differently. It must be me. Well, exactly. It must be you. It must be you who's the aligned one. It must be you who's following the intuition. It must be you who's not the follower. There's this there's this great confidence about you, okay? I'm reading this chariot in reverse in a very different way. You're very, very go-getter for the world. Extremely go-getter for the world. It doesn't matter if you feel doubt or hesitation. You don't let that stop your growth. There are other people that they saw weren't willing to do the jumps, the leaps. They see you as somebody that's risen from the ashes. Okay? You're stern when you need to be, but your default is compassion. You know who you have to switch that masculine side more onto and who doesn't need that. Moderation. You see, you allow yourself to understand that everybody else that speaks to you, that isn't spirit, etc., is opinions. Okay? Their universal truth may not align with yours, or it may. They see that you don't throw your idealistics, your opinions, your whatever on anybody. You speak. Your words are abrasive to the ones that need be, and healing for the ones that need be. You see things very differently than others. You see, the King of Swords, this is that stern and disciplined leader. But it's because they care about you. It's because they didn't have it before. They had to teach themselves how to be a leader. They had to teach themselves what it truly means to be a masculine. Risen from the ashes. Both of you see each other this way. And not only, yes, we have absolutely, completely established that your inner is what glows and illuminates completely who you are, but we're going to switch a little bit right now to your looks. It's important to know, not only are they all about in here, they really are all about here. They're like, God damn, their body just illuminates what's going in. Your eyes are hypnotizing for them. They love your ability to share. But to only share means you must allow yourself to receive. To share means you must be independent at some point. You see, everything happens for a reason. And the type of energy that they love about you is I'm seeing it, you're like a high, it's like, with this abundance card, I'm seeing more of like this abundance of celebrating, of like when somebody else is doing great, you're like, yeah, yeah! Or like if you were like going to like one of your friends' games or whatever, you're the person with like the air horn. Is it obnoxious? Sure. But in that moment, it's amazing. That ability to people see, like when you do your moments of like, oh my God, they're being crazy. It's not like, oh shit, they're being crazy. It's funny, it's light, it's great. But also you're the type of person that like, yeah, like you give people high fives and stuff like that. They love it. You're very responsible, but a kid still. Lighthearted still. You see, they can feel like when they're having a little bit of doubt in something, okay, they know they're strong and they know everything's from within. But if they do need somebody else's universal truth, just a little bit, you're somebody's they would trust. Have continuously practice being grateful. You see, individuals, they're used to, and not used to anymore because they've separated from all of that, but were default used to for a while, expressed no gratitude. Being grateful isn't just for the good things. Being grateful is for the hard things, for the things that cause you pain, for the things that made you mad, for the things that made you cry, alongside the things that made you happy and inspired and feel free and accepted and truthful. Grateful for all of it. Because how the hell are you going to be a good person if you've never experienced bad? You would end up being those things. You would. The reason you're not is because you saw it and you chose. You chose. You're so grateful. And They want to know why. They want to open up your book of monsters. What makes you you? It's beautiful. You're so yourself. You're so yourself. This is funny the way I'm reading this card. You're so yourself. What they're saying is sometimes I don't know how to read you. Literally, I never noticed that she's reading a book with her. I mean, intuition. They're watching you from afar for sure. I know you hear that, but it's true. Am I going to sit here and tell you that they're obsessed with you and they're watching you all the time? Fuck no. No, they got their own fucking life. This is a great person. This is a person that has their head on their shoulders. Independency. They're about you. They think about you all the time. But they put themselves first. Therefore, healthy person in your life. You're both about to illuminate and learn a lot about each other. Remember to not let the fear of the past, to not let how other people treat you or treated you stop you from getting to know this person or expressing. Things don't have to happen overnight, and you don't know where this is going tomorrow. But they're serving a high being in your life right now, a higher purpose. This is a healing source. This is a leader alongside you. For a long time, both of you thought you weren't meant to be leaders. Those are the exact people that are supposed to be leaders, because they lead through compassion. They lead to make everybody know they're seen. You were that last kid picked in basketball, football, kickball. So you would always see that person no matter where you go. You illuminate the truth. What else we got? Right now, the energy you guys are sending each other is like, there's a domino effect with this. You're illuminating the fact that both of you, number one, have put a death to what no longer serves. But that you're forcing your parasite to shrink. You are not going to take away my intuition when it comes to this person. You are not going to make me fall behind or try to run away from this connection. Going forward, you two are both master manifestors, and you're going to conjure. It actually really does feel like physical world objects. You guys could do some form of the same work, or in encouraging each other's dreams. Making, if you're like a designer or something, like a physical object that's your dream, they will encourage you with this. Okay, they're really inspiring each other. Forwarding on, you're very much an aha moment within each other. The first task is saying, I'm going to do it. Spiders are a big four movement. We have the animal cards too, but spiders are very much associated with you. The energy is you're not explosive in this. You're not explosive in this overwhelming sense of running away when you're with people who are high vibrational in this world. Your overwhelmingness is beautiful. It's safe. It doesn't feel forced. The energy is like you leave this person like in cloud nine. I feel this is so much more about what's coming. Right now, you're in the greatest place with this, with even more than this, with your life, the sweetness. You're so compassionate with yourself, more than you ever have been in your entire life. And you're rewarding, and you're seeing things clearly. The future between you two, when you're saying the words love, you're on cloud nine together. This reading is extremely fucking beautiful. You don't have to do anything except be yourself. So the other two animals, we have rams and owls. Okay, owls are one of your messengers. It's powerful, you know. Just thinking about the way an owl looks as well. Oh, okay. So there's something about your looks I'm also feeling within this. You have this beautiful, beautiful body, wings, expansion. But there's also this sense, they want to know your dark side, because there's a dark side to an owl. You feel it. It's something in the brows. There's something about your brow. They're like, I can see the pain they've been through, the stress they've endured through their brows, but it's strong. And even with that brow, there's something beautiful and expansive about your eyes. You speak a lot through nighttime, is what they're stating. With, you know, the owl. You're a nurturer. Your guides send you owls, letting you know you are on the right path, that you're reading the signs correctly, that you are going in and saying the correct things at the correct moments, even though there's no such thing as correct. It's being in flow. It's being authentic. It's being you. Another animal is a ram. So this is bull-headed energy. Bull-headed energy. And I think it's beautiful because there's a sun behind the ram and then the moon with the owl. A yin-yang. One of you could be a night owl. One of you could be a day person. There's a yin-yang to you too. And you embrace each other's expansiveness. Sitting up high and proudful. Christmas is really resonating because, okay, I know this doesn't probably make any fucking sense to anybody, but I'm going to say it. When I seen the Rams, I started thinking of the Grinch when they're on, maybe it's not the Grinch. I think I've seen some videos or something with, like, Rams just standing on, like, the middle or in the, like, the sides of mountains. And it's crazy, like, the angles and shit. They'd be like, it's like, how are you up there? That's how they see you as this, like, Bob Weave. Like, you're able just to go around. You're able to handle so much. Rams, spiders, owls, big three signs from your higher self. Honestly, it's your higher self who sends you these signs. But let's see if we can I'm going to do one more thing, okay? We're going to split this deck. And this sign, this animal specifically, from your intimate person's higher self. Camels, you have a past life in ancient Egypt together. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of flow. Just let it vibe, let it ride. This is good. This is expansive. This is what healing feels like. All right? All right. Let's get it.